fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with white and gold trim, hailing from Ohio. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated Junior.
Yes, Lord. The Wala in the building. What's up with you, sister? What's happening with you, beautiful? Yes, indeed. With your fan self. I'm gone. Tell the husband I said, what's happening? Salute, brother. Salute to the king. Hey, CD, what's up with you? T_D_. What's up with you, homie? Yes, Lord. The Dirt Game Boss, a.k.a. Boss, in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you, Dirt Game, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man. Salute to my sister Cameron Fields, a.k.a. Killer. What's up with you, Cam? Salute to you. Thank you for following through, boy. The sisters, boy, y'all fan. Your fan stuff. Salute to the king. Salute to the brother. Yes, Lord. But I ain't got, I got eyes. Oh, I got eyes. Spirit on 11 Green in the building. What's up with your family? Salute to you, man. Every superhero needs some theme music, Killer. I feel like opening up my church. You understand what I'm talking about? I feel like I gotta open up the S on my chest. Oh, I feel supernatural. I feel like I need that. If I open up my stuff, it'll say Punch Junkie on this, but I just, you feel me? That's how I'm feeling. Yeah. Y'all need somebody to come get you and grab you by the hand and take you down through there. It's me. I is he and he is I. Ain't nobody gonna bring it to you. They not gonna give it to you like I give it to you, man. I give it to you just like I get it. Stems, seeds and everything. I give it to you straight, no chaser. You gon' get it. You gon' get it. Salute to the family though, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, but I'm gonna put this thumbnail up here. I want y'all to just look at the thumbnail. Just look at the thumbnail. Look at the wheels. Man, the thumbnail would suggest that we getting ready to go down through there, Jared over Green. You feel me? Salute to the homie AB in the building, man. I am indeed, excuse me. This is indeed. Oh, God. It ain't a scratch record. Or cricket. I don't know what's going on my soundboard. You can lie that. I don't want to hear all the music. You feel me? But, you continue to keep on my I am indeed the horse. Continue to keep on my good man. The Punch Junkie brand. I am indeed the host of TheTruth, man. Salute to the family. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really appreciate it, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. Thank you all so very much, man. Thank you all so very much. Salute to the family. Shout out to the LGBT Lions Box community, man. Salute to my brother Tiger, man, that actually created the intro song for me years back. Like, I know everybody be thinking it's brand new. Like, oh man, that's a hot track, that's brand new, man. I didn't have that song damn near 10 years. You feel me? Timeless though. All superhero music is timeless. It's just like, you know, we grew up. I'm from the wrestling era, so y'all remember the you know, when you was wrestling, man. You remember when I am a real American. I know y'all feel me. I know, speaking of today's show topic. I know Hulk Hogan is a racist, but shit, you know what I mean? You know, when that music hit, you like, I didn't mean to say what I'm saying. So when you used to hear that, it was on, demolition. Here comes the ad. Here comes the smash. You feel me? You can hear that demolition. Or maybe y'all don't remember this one though. Let me take y'all back to this. Y'all know, I should just play the song. You feel me? I should just play the song and go ahead on and get a hell with it. We here now. I'm out to play the song and go on to copyright. It is what it is. We about to get to it. I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm talking about the 80s, baby. You feel me? I'm talking about my 80s, baby. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking specifically to the 80s, baby. So remember, we used to watch wrestling. Now y'all rock with me. Now y'all youngins, this ain't fuzzy. This ain't really fuzzy. You watching wrestling. Now back then it was two wrestling. We had the WWF. This one come out because that was, you know, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, you know, all them dudes. Then you had NWA. You understand what I'm saying? The NWA came on like Turner Network, so you used to see Ric Flair over there, Dusty Rhodes was over there for a while, you know, you do. So it was one tag team in particular that I could not wait till they came. You understand what I'm saying? And they would walk into the studio. Remember, NWA was like a little smaller studio setup. It wasn't like WWF was still in arenas and everything. But NWA was like, it was small. It was too much in the arena. You understand what I'm saying? It was too much in the arena. So, what y'all know about, what y'all tell me the tag team, let me see, I gotta make this. Y'all tell me, what was the tag team who came out to this song? We should do this. This should be trivia. You feel me? I got a prize for who the first person to get this right. The first person to get this right, I got a prize for you. Sponsored by the Punch Junkie brand. You feel me? What tag team came out to this? And remember the feeling when it happened.
No losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated.
All right, I'm ready now. What tag team came out to this? Remember the feeling? Remember the feeling when they used to come out to this? On NWA? Superhero theme music. Superhero theme music. Yeah. Now don't be going to Google trying to figure it out. Y'all, it's over with. Take y'all all the response, y'all Googling. Y'all don't know who it is. Y'all ain't got the answer. Y'all ain't got the answer. What's over with? Don't worry about it. It's my sister Queen 21. What's up with you, Queen? Queen was in. So anyway, salute to Tiger Robinson and the team for me. I really genuinely appreciate it. I remember when that team come on, they used to come to the ring, boy, it was going down. It was going down. Man, it was going down. Third name off the Rock and Roll Express. Nope, it wasn't Rock and Roll Express. It wasn't Rock and Roll Express. No, it wasn't. What was it? No, their name wasn't Rock and Roll Express. Hold on, make sure. The Rock and Roll Express was it wasn't that. Make sure I went there. Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. That's the wrong answer though. Salute, bro. I appreciate you. You feel me? Am I the only one hearing the intro music? It might be behind, bro. Might be behind a little bit. Might be behind. If play it again, too. Nope, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm really talking. You gotta turn your audio up. Shout out to the Testing, testing. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Or am I low or something? Okay, my levels are good on my end. Hold on, let me start. Testing, testing. Now I'm mad at myself. Now I'm mad at myself. Y'all should be able to hear me now. I done did this whole spiel about wrestling and all that kind of stuff, man. And now I got to bleep it out. We might as well start talking about what I came to talk about today, man. Salute to the family. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. I am really upset with myself. I can't believe I just did that. Man, I can't believe I just did that. Golly. Everybody saying your music too loud, fool. Dang, man. Yeah, so I got y'all. We here now. Salute to the family. Thank y'all so much. I'm so disappointed in myself, man. We gotta all the way up to the 13-minute mark, and I'm in here talking 14 karat crazy. But anyway, I'm upset. So let's talk, man. Salute to the family though. But let me preface this before first of all, we can just say that racism and the sport of boxing go hand in hand. You feel me? It's racism in the sport of boxing is like, I don't know, cookies and milk. You feel me? Peaches and herb, peanut butter and jelly. Like they go hand in hand. So just so that we clear, they go hand in hand. Salute to my brother Thomas Few Senior in the building. What's up with you, bro? They go hand in hand. So just so that we're clear on that. All right. So now, before I go any further, I want to preface this by saying, with regard to Keyshawn Davis versus Dennis Berenchik and the situation with the bananas and the fruit, the racist situation, the racist sentiments that took place. Those of y'all don't know, I'm gonna bring you up to just real quick because a lot of people, tuning in don't know. Dennis Berenchik and Keyshawn Davis are scheduled to fight tomorrow, Friday night, and they are fighting for Berenchik's. He is currently the, what does he have? Is it the I can't even remember what the WBO. They are fighting for his, because it's top rank. Of course, it would be the WBO, but they're fighting for the WBO World Lightweight title. That is 135, and Dennis Berenchik is the champion. They're fighting in Madison Square Garden. Dennis Berenchik is from Ukraine, and as we know, Keyshawn Davis is from Norfolk, Virginia. Yada 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 yada. Okay, cool. So there was a situation that took place, I believe it was yesterday, in which there was a package sent to Keyshawn Davis's room. He ended up getting the package shortly after it was delivered. He opened the package. There was a note on the package, and it was some bananas and a watermelon in the package. And then there was a note that wasn't written in good English. It was written in broken English. Yada 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 yada. Keyshawn went to the press conference and addressed it, saying that someone from Berenchik's team sent it over to him, and then it all ensued. You know what I mean? The independent boxing media has kind of took into it and went bananas, or went nuts. I'll say went crazy. You know what I mean? Bananas would be, no pun intended. And the mainstream media, of course, is kind of addressing it like it's not really a thing. There's so much to unpack in this situation. And I'm going to say it this way. You know what I mean? For me, I'm a thinker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fly off the handle reaction person. Like, I'm a thinker. And I also, as I say all the time, just so happen to be old school Winston Lee. What's up with you, homie? I am also from the west side of Dayton, Ohio. You understand? And we had to salute to my sister Shaquila Fields in the building. What's up with you, sis? And so we always had to, I got to spot the hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for the hustle. I think. I sit back and I relax and I think. You understand what I'm saying? Then in that moment, I'm listening to Keyshawn, and he's, of course, emotionally elevated. I'm looking at Barinicek. I'm looking at his posture, his body language. I'm looking at his team's responses, so on and so forth. And so I feel like it's a few different things at play. I'm looking at it from the standpoint, just for myself, for me, I'm just going to keep it a cold brick with you because I have to look at your history. I have to look at the history. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a person that takes into consideration the history. I'm the person that takes into consideration the politics, the political climate. I'm also a person that takes into the consideration the individuals involved, and so on and so forth. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be racially charged. And I'm not a person that's going to say, Barinicek is a racist and he's, this and that, and I hate him and yada yada. That's not like, I'm not a person. I'm not going to do that because my mind won't allow me to. My mind doesn't allow me to do that. Like, my mind causes me to think. You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand the importance of men thinking before reacting. People die based on reactions. You feel me? So I'm always trained to think and process and then lead from that standpoint after I've chewed on it, thought about it, so on and so forth. So I looked at it, and me personally, I sense a scam, and I think it's very unfortunate that Barinicek is going to be the fall guy for the scam, or isn't put in this situation to be the fall guy for the scam, because Barinicek is at the end of, he's essentially at the end of his career. He's keeping the title warm in their thoughts. He's not somebody that they're going to primarily promote in this market. He's a Ukrainian fighter. He doesn't speak English, doesn't write English, yada, yada, yada. He's not a decorated amateur. He was a fighter that was not even supposed to beat Emmanuel Navarrete to even get the title. Emmanuel Navarrete is really supposed to be this champion and in this space right here. And I'm going to tell you this, if Emmanuel Navarrete had actually beat Barinicek and actually became the WBO 135-pound champion, we would not be seeing Keyshawn Davis in there versus Emmanuel Navarrete. We would not be seeing it. I've watched them strategically move around and keep Emmanuel Navarrete from several fighters, Prince Albert Bell being one of them. I've seen them strategically move him around and keep him out of harm's way and put him in versus fighters that, either he's beat before or they don't really feel like will be able to compete. So this Barinicek caught lightning in a bottle and actually beat him. So anyway, so Barinicek can afford to be the fall guy in this situation, in my opinion. So when I look at it, I'm going to say it this way. So when you look at who is this fight being promoted by? Now, this is just me thinking. I want y'all to walk with me, and we might not, and this is the truth, we might not even get to the subject. We might have to come back to the subject that's scrolling along, the dark history of racism within the sport of box. We might have to come back to that. Come back to that. So my sister Shawa Laya says Top Skank, aka Top Rank, aka Bob Arum. So excuse me. When I look at Top Rank and Top Rank Boxing, okay, Top Rank Boxing has they've had a history within the sport. It's kind of a history. It's kind of how can I say it? It's kind of it's been normalized. It's been kind of, it's kind of been normalized, kind of unspoken, kind of, whatever. You feel me? That history is that what within the sport of boxing, what sells? What sells within the sport of boxing? One of them being knockouts. Probably, that might be like the number one thing. If somebody's getting knockouts, they gonna sell. What else sells in the sport of boxing? What else? Winston Lee says Top Rank plays race in boxing better than anyone. He didn't already answer the question. Race sells in the sport of boxing. My sister Shawala, y'all come back and say race, 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 and race. Race sells in the sport of boxing. So let me ask the punch junkies. Let me ask the room full of thinkers. Let me ask you all that are in here, that you come in here because I'm gonna give it to you from a hold on. Let me tighten this up. I don't want nobody's husbands or men folk coming looking for me. So I'm not, okay. So I'm gonna tighten that up
because my mind, I said, give it to you. And my mind, yeah, my mind's telling me no, looking ass. But my body, I am going to cause you to think. If you come in here, I'm going to cause you to think because I am a thought leader. Like that is just me. I engage actively in thought leadership, DP Rocker. So I'm saying to myself, I said self, and myself said, huh? I said, I think this is a scam. Now, I'm not here to tell you that Keyshawn is in on it or not, because Keyshawn was really emotionally driven. So I don't really think Keyshawn can act that good. You understand what I'm saying? So I would believe that he's not involved. You understand? But I also believe that there is something at play with Top Rank. So let me ask you all this. How are sales going at Top Rank? How's business going? Is the sales, are the numbers up or are they down? Are the numbers up or are they down over at Top Rank? Are they up or are they down? You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all, you know what I mean? Some of us, we come out of the streets. You feel me? Some of us come from, have been delivered. We've been delivered. We've been, Shawala Yah says likely now ESPN about to let them go in July. Yeah. So let me ask you this, Shawai. Do you let something go if it's producing? You the worldwide program of sports? Nah. You know, they don't let you go. If the numbers are up and you're producing, they're not letting NCAA football go. They're not letting the NFL games that they broadcast go. They're not letting NCAA basketball go. Hell, they're not letting showing Don Staley in South Carolina Gamecocks and the LSU Tigers and Notre Dame. They showcase them every opportunity they get with women's basketball. You feel me? They're gonna do their part with carrying what they can with regard to the women's March Madness. Yeah, no, you don't let that go. You don't let that go. No, sir. No, ma'am. So some of y'all come from, y'all come from where we come from. Some of us have done things legally, illegally, so on and so forth, right? And we know that you have acquired a certain skill set, if you will. And you know that if things go haywire and you can no longer produce doing what you do to produce right now, your current mode of production, then what are you going to do? You're going to go back to what works. You feel me? I think Tupac says something that I've been to hell and back. And if we fell back, well, then it's back to the corner where we sell crack. I believe that's the late contemporary American philosopher Tupac Shakur. I believe he said that. Been to hell and back. And if we fell back, well, then it's back to the corner where we sell crack. So I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But what I am saying is this is not far removed to think that, well, maybe we need to add a little racial component to this. Because I'm going to tell you now, this fight picked up a hell of a lot of steam on yesterday compared to on Monday. Because I've been here and y'all wasn't even talking about this fight on Monday. I did a show talking about the fight on Monday. Nobody else was even talking about the fight on Monday, except I believe Act Reach, Shawai, and Stormy B. Nobody was talking. People wasn't talking about this fight on Friday. You already know how we feel about Friday fights on Friday. We think that's junior varsity. That's JV. That's the JV slot. You feel me? So now I'm seeing everybody talk about this. So this fight has picked up a hell of a lot of steam yesterday in the last 24 hours. And now Keyshawn is in this space where he's about to go out here and do this for the culture because he's about to fight racism. You feel me? Now I got heat for everybody. So if I ain't punched your goddamn ticket yet, then you just be cool because I'm going to come to you in a second because I got heat for everybody. So the first order of business is Keyshawn's now saying, I'm finna do this for the culture. I wanted to throw my goddamn TV when he said that, or my phone when he said that. because you had an opportunity to do it for the culture when you was sitting there talking to Ryan Garcia, who has went on an innumerable amount of racist rants. Nigger this, nigger that, kill niggers, kill George Floyd, doing all of this. He's went on. This is the kind of content that is not going to get monetized. I can't believe I'm on here talking to y'all about this. This is the stuff that's going to not get, I'm not going to be able to get my channel monetized again because I'm on here talking this talk to y'all. But he had the ample opportunity to do it for the culture in that moment when you were sitting there talking to Ryan Garcia. You could have checked his whole temperature. You could have checked his chin. You could have put him in his place. You could have spoke and done it for the culture then, but you didn't. You didn't. You allowed your daddy issues to take over. And this is being real. And Keyshawn is, I look at Keyshawn like them is youngins, like them is youngins. I got a lot of love for all them young dudes. But at the end of the day, I don't talk about this, and I don't come out here and I don't say the things that I say because I'm under the old law and I have a code. So I'm not gonna come up here and I'm not gonna crucify black fighters in public. Fortunately enough, I'll be having the opportunities to talk to people behind closed doors. And so I can say what I say then, but I'm not one of the ones cross my heart. I have a code. So I'm not one of the ones that come out here and pull black fighters out and crucify them. I don't do that. This is no district. This is the truth on box. This is me. This is Junior the Truth. You can separate this from the Punch Junkie brand. I'm talking specifically about me. I don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? I hope if I have criticisms and critiques for fighters, it's about that boxing. It's about that square circle. It's about the X's and O's. It's not about your political stances. It's not about your personal life. It's not about your legal troubles. It's not about any of that. I really keep it boxing. Same as I don't talk a whole bunch about nobody else's different falling outs and different dealings and so on and so forth. I don't talk about none of that stuff. This ain't no disrespect to nobody, but I try to keep it boxing. You feel me? I don't talk about all the different things that I know or what I think or where my mind goes. I don't talk about none of that stuff. I don't talk about people's problems with the police and problems with the law and legal and so on and so forth. I used to talk about that stuff, and then I realized that was just being weaponized, and I'm not here for that. No, I'm not here for that. So I keep it to a minimum. You understand what I'm saying? I keep it to a minimum. So at the end of the day, though, I don't crucify these fighters because I have a code. And the whole reason why I started my platform even talking sports was because there were certain demographics of athletes that needed a voice of reason, that needed to be covered in a different light that wasn't going to vilify them, which is a part of the history, the racist history of the sport of boxing that's scrolling across the bottom. So anyway, but Keyshawn had an opportunity and he didn't, and he sided because this thing comes down to it's right and wrong. That's all this is. This is right and wrong. You feel me? And when all the dust settles, you do not want to be on the wrong side of this stuff. You feel me? You might want to be on the wrong side. There's times in life I want to be wrong. I do. Sometimes I just want to be dead wrong. And that's just the truth. Like, I don't want to talk diplomatic today, motherfucker. I want to fight. Like, I really want to knuckle up and see if I still got it. I'm not always gonna be right. I'm not always gonna be diplomatic. Some days I want to just go out. I want to just drop my nuts. That's what I want to do today. I don't want to be diplomatic. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be kind. I want to drop my nuts and watch you quiver because you ain't gonna do shit about it. Because I can do what I want to. And I deal with the consequences. So I don't always want to. So I understand. But at the end of the day, you have the opportunity. You stand on where you stand, but you got to stay there. You feel me? So it wasn't no outrage of doing it for the culture when Ryan Garcia, and I'm not one of them, bro. I'm not finna bring up my little brother Dev. I don't have to bring up Dev. I'm tired of we talk about this subject and somehow Dev, nah, we ain't talking about Dev. I'm talking about you being in this situation with this racist who's went on rents, disrespecting you, disrespecting the whole demographic, disrespecting your lineage, disrespecting you, period, the people. And you didn't do it. So now all of a sudden, you wanna circle the wagons. You feel me? You wanna circle the wagons and get people to come behind. It don't work like that, little bro. Yeah, it don't work like that. And so this is very unfortunate. But I feel like, once again, going back, it's possible that this could have been orchestrated, and it could be orchestrated unbeknownst to any of the fighters involved, because ratings are down. That's how my mind works. That is a possibility. It's a possibility that Brenicic had absolutely no idea. And you see Teofimo Lopez coming out and doing the things that he's doing. He could have possibly be involved, or he could possibly be a barbed wire fence mouth nuisance. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you this: that as a promoter, if Teofimo Lopez was your fighter, as a promoting entity, and him going out doing the things that he does, and doing the racist rants and stuff that he does, you mean to tell me he's still signed to you as a promoter? He's still assigned to your promotional company, which means what? You must be okay with it. Why? Because racism sells in the sport of boxing according to you guys' formula. So anyway, at the end of the day, whether it was orchestrated or not, everybody's reacting to it the way that they're reacting to it, or not, or whatever the case may be, right? Whether you, and I'm cheering for Keyshawn to win. I want Keyshawn to win. I am a fan of Keyshawn Davis's, right? And I'm gonna continue to be a fan of his. And my critiques and criticisms that I have of him, if I'm fortunate enough, when I talk to him, he will get them. He will get them in real time, from a first person, man to man. He will get them. But I'm not gonna bring him out to the forefront and crucify him. I'm not gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't, and this is the reason, in this whole instance, in this whole situation, this is no disrespect to nobody. This is why I don't call these black men monkeys. I don't call them apes and orangutans. I don't do that. You feel me? Because I have a code. That's against my code. Like, my code. My code is not everybody's code. I have a different code. My code is different. But this situation and this thing, whether it came from Brenicic, whether it came from somebody else, an outside source, whether it was orchestrated by the people responsible for putting on the event, whatever happened, this concept still exists. This still exists. And because this still exists is the reason why I have to carry myself a certain way. I have to conduct myself a certain way. And my silent agreement, based on my code, based on the men that raised me, my agreement, my goddamn covenant that I've entered into with myself, will not allow me to do those things. You feel me? And as a result of that, it might seem like I'm not charged up about these situations. Salute to my brother, the War Report in the building. What's up with you, bro? It might seem like I'm not charged up. It might seem like I'm not plugged in. It might seem like, you feel me, I don't really feel strongly or whatever about it. It's no, I have a code of operation, and I have a covenant. The same covenant that if I walk into an establishment and you look like me, and we the only two in there that look like us, and I look at you and I hit you with the, but I'm all out with it though, so I'm gonna hit you with one of them. You feel me? And when I hit you with this, what's understood needs absolutely no explanation. You feel me? So when I see you and you look like me, and we're in establishments, in a place, a store, a restaurant, a bar, you might be sitting there with your family. I'm sitting there with my family. We the only two families that look like us. When I see you and I connect with you and I hit you with, we have entered into a silent covenant. We're going to bang out. We gonna bang out. Worst case, if it come down, we gonna bang out. Ain't nothing finna happen in here to you that don't happen to me too. Now, if you break that covenant, that's on you. You understand what I'm saying? If you break that covenant, that's on you. You have to answer to that's between you and yourself. You know, when you enter into them spaces and you haven't spoken out like you supposed to, that's between you and you. You know, Keyshawn knows that when he didn't speak up against Ryan Garcia, now he has to look. He got to look at himself, knowing that he didn't carry that the way he was supposed to. Nigga, you from Virginia. You know you didn't carry that like you was supposed to carry it. But that's between you gotta, that's yourself. I'm entering into this covenant and I didn't put my word on it. And a fight come with that. So anyway, whether that's true, whether the situation happened the way it happened from Brenachik or not, or if it was just orchestrated or a third party or whatever the case may be, there is still a deep, dark history of racism present within the sport of boxing. And it's still present today, obviously. You feel me? I'm going to say this too about the Brenachik. This is something they would never have done to Vasily Lomachenko. And that's all I'm going to say about that. This is something that absolutely would have never happened to Vasily Lomachenko. Dirt Gang said he just said he picked Ryan to beat Devin again too. See, and that's just it, Dirt Gang. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I don't have no problem with that. Like I said, I'm not talking about my little brother Devin. I'm not talking about the little homie. I'm talking specifically about that like that to me, the Devin, any picking against Devin, all of that. Like, I'm not talking to none. I'm not even talking about, unfortunately, the lack of reaction to Devin Haney cheating and all of that. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about sitting there in the face of this situation and not speaking to that. Not speaking. The only person coming out and checking his temperature is Caleb Plant. And y'all know Caleb Plant certified stepper. He gonna really truly keep that same energy, and a fight come with it. So anyway, man, y'all, we can't even. I got like 10 minutes before I gotta go. Y'all done pulled me all the way into this 40 minutes. 20 of it was listening to my theme music. So all right, man. So it's me, of course, and we're tackling the subject, and it's been swept under the rug for too long. Nobody talks about it. People just want to behave and act like shit never happened. I got to stop all this cussing. It's the history of racism in the sport of boxing. And this goes back from the days of, the battle royals to the Great White Hope era to fighters being promoted and even treated the way that they are today. The racist rants, Teofimo Lopez, the racist rants of Ryan Garcia. You understand what I'm saying? And I hate so much that I like Paulie Malignaggi, because Paulie get off on his bull. He get off on his BS. Paulie be getting off on his BS. I hate that I like Paulie. I hate that I like to listen to Paulie Malignaggi. I like Paulie Malignaggi. I've interacted with Paulie personally. I like Paulie, but he gets off on his tangent. You understand what I'm saying? He gets off on his tangents. But racism has shaped the sport of boxing in too many ways for us to ignore. You understand what I'm saying? So tonight I want to kind of go down and break down some of the racist spectacles in the early days of boxing. We'll talk a little bit about the Great White Hope, and this is stuff I need to go down and go down through. We can talk about systematic racism and segregation in boxing. We talk about how the media and promoters have used race to sell fights. Shawai, we're going to talk about how the media and promoters have used race to sell fights. We're going to talk about how we ain't got time to talk about this. I'm going to have to come back and talk about this tomorrow. The media and promoters have used race to sell fights. And the long-term impact on black fighters. And speaking of black fighters, let me say this, and I'm gonna say this, and because people always, they talk about the LDBC and they have a problem with the LDBC, and they have the problem because you know uh this is a boxing is a microcosm of life. You understand what I'm saying? And boxing, being a fan of the sport of boxing, you're not removed from everything that I just said. So you have to. So it's really odd. It's really awkward. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I find it really odd and really awkward when I encounter black men who hate the LDBC. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I don't understand it. I not wanting to be a part of the group or whatever the case may be. I get that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to feeling like, you can strike out and you can do this on your own and do that on your own. I get that. But to have vitriol and negative energy and so on and so forth for the group is just it's a little bit beyond me. And the other thing that I hate, and I'm keeping it real with you, is I hate when I see my brothers who are in the LDBC entertain that shit. I hate when I see them entertain that. I hate when I see brothers going back off and forth. So let me get this right, because we didn't have this shit. I'm trying not to cuss. I got to take this over I got to do a video over on the Punch Junkie Network. I got to do a video over there. We got this thing in a chokehold, right? Moving the needle within the sport. And we've had it that way for a long time, moving the needle. People talk about what we talking about. People coming out trying to dispute things that we say. So we got it in the chokehold, right? And we moving the needle. And so you're going to come off of having the game in the chokehold to entertain that? Like, we're moving the needle and we're going to come off of having the game in the chokehold to entertain this. And then y'all look at me and you wonder why I don't go back and forth with people. I'm not gonna have time to talk about the subject. We're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to come back and do it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it live from the car later on and do it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll come back and do it tomorrow. We'll figure it out. But it Shawasi Jr., everyone ain't gonna make it. I'm already knowing. But you're gonna come off of that in order to engage in this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, we ain't finna do that. Like, nah, we should be doubling up on never mind. So I'm weirded out by that. But ultimately, fans and organized, orchestrated fashion is needed within the sport of boxing. Like, you need to be able to have places where you can go and operate with one another and talk and kick it and everything and be in love and in peace and so on and so forth, away from the foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? I've told y'all, I don't know how many times, to come over to the Punch Junkie Network, www.punchjunkie.network, the last place in the world for real fans of the sweet science. Everybody's welcome. Don't come over there on the foolishness. Don't bring no race, and we own it. It's ours. It belongs to us. Come over, build your platform. It's a social media outlet specifically for fans of the sweet science. We're over there to talk boxing. When you don't come, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what are we supposed to think? But at the end of the day, I'm weirded out by this I'm weirded out by this energy. I'm not gonna make it. I gotta leave here in like 9 minutes. So I'm gonna fly through these subjects real quick, because I didn't took the time to pull it out, and we'll come back, I guess, maybe in slow drip, or maybe I should just wait. The battle royal, it was racist spectacles in the early onset of boxing. We got to start at the beginning. The battle royal, this is one of the most degrading forms of boxing entertainment in history. The battle royal was one of the most degrading forms of boxing entertainment in history. Young black men and boys were forced to fight blindfolded with one hand tied behind their back. White spectators placed bets and laughed as the fighters desperately tried to win. Often held on the 4th of July, at the 4th of July celebrations and other public events. Why this matters is because this wasn't about sport. It was about reinforcing white superiority. It set the stage for how black fighters will be treated moving forward. The next is the Great White Hope era, targeting black champions. Now we're gonna talk about this is one of the ugliest chapters in boxing. And all you have to do is and we can, man, I ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag. But we have in 1908, Jack Johnson became the first black heavyweight champion. White America couldn't handle seeing a dominant black man hold the biggest title in all the sports. The heavyweight champion of the world was that's the most regarded distinction in probably the whole entire world of sports. A nationwide campaign began to find a white man to take the title away. Jim Jeffries was the chosen hope. Jim Jeffries, heavyweight fighter Jim Jeffries, he was the chosen hope. He was the chosen hope. And he was a former world champ who came out of retirement just to fight Johnson. The fight was hyped as a battle for racial supremacy. When Johnson dominated and knocked Jeffries out, race riots broke out all across the country. All across the country, race riots broke out. Similar to this stuff that we have going on right now. All right, systematic racism in boxing, the 22-year exclusion. All right. If you think racism in boxing ended after Jack Johnson, then you don't have a clue. After he lost his title, black fighters were banned from competing for the heavyweight championship for 22 years. After Jack Johnson lost his title, black fighters were banned from competing for the heavyweight championship for 22 years. So now you think about the modern times, you think about the modern, salute to my brother Scrapbook Boxing. You think about the modern landscape of these titles and how they play keep away with the titles and so on and so forth. British boxing implemented racial segregation in 1911, which was pushed by Winston Churchill. The boxing commissions and promoters froze black fighters out of title contention. It's 2025. Albert Bell has been frozen out of title contention. Fighters like Harry Willis and Sam Langford were openly denied shots at the title. Imagine being one of the best fighters in the world, but never getting your chance because of your skin color. 22 years, Joe Townsend. 22 years, homie. All right. The next one was media and promotion, selling fights with racism. I told you we was going to talk about it. Even as time changed, boxing has continued using racism to promote fights and sell tickets. Man, TD said, I learned something new today. Are we going to go to school every trip? Every time you come around here, we going to school, bro. We going to school. We going to school. My brother, the guy said I'm the best. He said I'm the best to do it. Well, he didn't say it like that. He really uses words like, man, they can't F with you and so on and so forth. But I digress, man. I just tell y'all I'm the greatest post-secondary educator in the world. Plus, I study. Plus, I listen to the greats. I listen to the three wise men of boxing. I listen to Stormy B. Man. I listen to Scrapbook Boxing. I used to listen to the late, great Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar. I have uncles. I got uncles that were professional fighters. You feel me? I reads, brother. I reads. I'm intrigued. Y'all still ain't went over to the Punch Junkie channel and watched the Muhammad Ali videos. I talked about the start of the greatest. I talked about how Muhammad Ali even started boxing in that video. Y'all still ain't went over there and seen that video. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna hold it against you. Y'all better get on board right now. I gotta go. Media and promotion, selling fights with racism. Boxing continued using racism to promote fights and sell tickets, kind of like what's going on in New York right now. A key example is Larry Holmes versus Jerry Cooney, 1982. Promoters hyped it up as a black versus white fight. Cooney, the challenger, was paid more than the champion, Holmes. Cooney was paid more than the champion. You feel me? Cooney's dressing room had the American flag. Holmes' dressing room did not. Now we get to talk about how black fighters were marketed. Fighters were given stereotypical names. Some of them even had names that were racial slurs. What y'all know about Sam Langford? Do y'all know what Sam Langford's nickname was? Do y'all know what Sam Langford, they had an alias for Sam Langford. Do y'all know what that was? Do y'all know what that was? Y'all probably don't know what it was. Sam Langford's name was the Boston Tar Baby. Salute to the War Report. He was known as the Boston Tar Baby. Meanwhile, you had Joe Louis, and he was promoted as safe for white America. Salute to Edward Morris in the building. I see you. He was promoted as being safe for white America. Sonny Liston was painted as a dangerous criminal with real mob ties. You feel me? With real mob ties. So let me ask you this: do y'all see racial promotion still happening in boxing today? Huh? Do y'all see racial promotion still happening in boxing today? Huh? Do y'all still see do y'all see racial promotion still happening in boxing today? Edward Moore said Marvin Hagler versus Alan Minter. So the long impact on black fighters, man, it's affected them. Black boxers were forced to adopt personas that made white audiences more comfortable. You feel me? Many died broke, financially exploited by managers and promoters, having to sign contracts with managers or promoters. A study found that black boxers tend to die younger and struggle more financially after boxing. So this system, it don't hurt fighters just in the ring, it hurts them outside of the ring. Think about all those fighters that were over on the PBC that were at one point, let's say in 2018, they were multimillionaires. Salute to my brother Brent Fox. So I got to wrap it up, man, because I literally got to go. It's 2:30. I literally got to go. So I know this discussion has been deep. It's been very brief. I'm sorry I got so long-winded on the front end. I really wanted to do this deep dive. We can come back and talk to this. We can take this conversation over to the Punch Junkie Network or whatever. So I have no problem with that. But boxing, man, like boxing has come a ways, but it hasn't come as far as you all think. You understand, as people think or as people try to act. And all you have to do is sit down and look. And if you want to see the current landscape of the sport of boxing, and if you want to see if racism still prevalent in the sport of boxing, you go to these videos and then you look at the comment section. You look at the comment sections and you look at the names, because the names tell you people's it tells you the people's ethnicity. And then you look at that and then you see. So the final takeaways was the battle royal. It showed the humiliation that black fighters endured. The Great White Hope era, it tried to erase black success. It just tried to literally erase it. You understand what I'm saying? Systematic racism kept black fighters from title shots, and it literally set up the institutions and the processes that they still employ today to keep certain fighters from championship contention. And the only ones who really can get championship contention have to be tied to certain promoters. Please believe that. Please believe that. Please believe that. And if you think I'm lying, all you got to do, you can look at fighters that ain't even black American. You can look at Luis King Kong Ortiz and see what happened to him. Not to mention, you can also look at Prince Albert Bell. Promoters use racial tensions to sell fights. They use racial tensions to sell fights. Even today, black fighters face bias in contracts, promotions, media coverage. You look at the way Lomachenko is covered and promoted versus how Terrence Bud Crawford was promoted over on Top Rank Boxing, man. I gotta go. Salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. You have absolutely no idea. Salute to everybody that shows love to the platform. Man, salute. I see y'all still talking and y'all going hard in the paint. Share this content. Nah, y'all share this content. Y'all go to your social media, your Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, and y'all share this. Send people over here so we can have this discussion. You understand? But salute to y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all be sure to hit the like button for me. I gotta go. Oh, I forgot. If you want to support the channel, I'm supposed to T Few said, but you gotta pass the hat. The Cash App is the Punch Junkie. Money sign the Punch Junkie. You can salute the show via Cash App because this content is not monetized. The YouTube channel is not monetized. Neither one, Junior the Truth channel nor the Punch Junkie. And yeah, I know Junior the Truth is closing in on 10,500 subs, and it is not monetized. We do it. We did it for love, yeah. You asked me why I did it. We did it for love. Looking ass. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. This is Junior the Truth. I'll salute to everybody that shows love to the Black Gentleman Grooming Company. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted groomer products, specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out. www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com, man. Salute to everybody. This is Junior the Truth, and I'm signing off. Let me get back up here. Giving you your daily reminder to view your life like a paradise. Until your life looks like a paradise. I'm Ohio-born, player-made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing back.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Yes, all natural and handcrafted too. We want to help be your swagger, your style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black, yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. The Black Gentleman, yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.